Hello, everyone, and we are live. And I'm happy to be here. Good evening. My name is Fumilola Antola Williams. I am the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for girls. Of course, by now you know that. And then we have a rich curriculum that will run your girls through that, helps your girl to become all that they are meant to become on their journey of becoming, on their journey of growth, on their journey of purpose. And then in our YouTube channel, we have well over close to 100 videos, if not more. And trust me, there is no one video or there's no one class that is exactly alike. So I encourage you, let's grow the community together. Tell your friends, anyone that's experiencing a girl in this generation, you can't continue to do it the way we've always done it. Things has to be different. Apologies, I'm trying to find a bit of a better. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So that being said, I couldn't be here last week because I had classes. I had to take classes somewhere else, and then that's why I apologize for that. It is not deliberate. Okay, we'll go right into it, and then this evening we'll be teaching what we're learning today is what is really we have to take cognizance of, especially as our girls are growing into young women. If your daughter is still 7, 6, you might not really, you might feel, oh, that's not so. You may not really understand it, like someone whose daughter is already in teenage, where all of the impressions are being formed and created and all of that. And that is why this is very, very important. Please, and like I always say, if it is just one of these things, then the idea is when you know these things, you're able to guide your daughters better. When you know what is working in their minds, you're able to help them better. So the idea is to what are the things working in the mind of my girl that will now be like some sort of disadvantage, and that's why I said a lot that girls and assumptions, they're 5 and 6 the way they say it. So there are a lot of assumptions that girls work with, but a lot of them are also not beneficial. So would I was able to come up with like 10 of them, but trust me, there are much more than that. Girls assume about a lot of things. Girls even assume marriage. They assume that, oh, automatically once I'm married, this person has to take care of me, be responsible for me, take care of my mom, take care of my dad, pay this, pay my siblings' school fees, and generally give me the kind of life that I have not been able to give myself. You'll be shocked. And I dare say that even women, a lot of people got married with that kind of mindset, that kind of assumption. So can I ask those kind of people now? How markets? So the idea is not to make anybody feel bad. The idea is to do better. The idea is to be better. So how do I help my girl? How do I help my girl not, and then unfortunately the society stereotypes a girl in a way that, a girl thinks that, oh, once, oh, beautiful girl, as though that pays the bills. I know she's so used to hearing beautiful girl, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. And then the only thing that is in her mind, that is all I need, and so that is all I need to do life. That's all I need to. All I need to do is just be beautiful. See, that's the minimum entry requirement. Everybody is beautiful. The scripture says that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. So if you're wonderful, means that you're beautiful, just as you are. But how come is it that girls are never able to shape themselves? I see. I call it like a point where they're not able to move beyond. Why isn't the girl able to move beyond how she looks? Why is the girl not able to move beyond her beautiful fingernails? Why is the girl not able to move beyond, oh, how that her hair is long or how that her hair is short? How is the girl not able to move beyond how that her dress is beautiful, how that her dress is ugly? What There are assumptions, and they begin to fixate our girls, begins to limit them. And that's why this evening we're talking about 10 assumptions that limit, that cripple, that's as it were, cripple your girl, your teenage girl. And the idea is once you have know what these assumptions are, you begin to help your daughter to be able to grow beyond, to grow beyond all of these assumptions, because there is much more. I've always said it, and because it is the truth, there is much more to your girl than just being beautiful. If being beautiful is the only thing that is to your girl, then I dare to say that you're not doing your work. If the only thing your girl says about herself is that she's beautiful, see, You have not started, and I say without fear of equivocation. If everything your girl, if the only thing your girl sees when she looks at me, oh, I'm so beautiful, and then that is it. Come on, that is a minimum entry requirement. That kind of girl with that kind of mindset will not be able to go as far as she should go. And that's what we're having a conversation this evening. So I'm going to be talking about the assumptions that cripple your girl. When you know it, I'm going to tell you why it's crippling your girl so that you know how to help your girl. The idea is, how do I help my girl? Don't forget, that is your work in the life of your girl. To help her on her journey so that she's just not like every other girl. So now that you know what you're up against, it's like it's as though I'm giving you expo, you want to write an exam and somebody has given you an expo. I mean, it would be too bad if you still not fail that exam. All these things with all these teachings, all these learnings, if you're not still able to now work with them to help your daughter, then that is on you. That is even not on your daughter, because your daughter is not going to parent herself. Your daughter is not the one to grow herself. Let me give you an example. This evening, I mean, this afternoon, we're coming from church, and now at the head my daughter is, I was trying to introduce some new set of finesse, if you can call it that, to her. And then I started introducing balanced platform shoes. So she wasn't that comfortable because she's not used to it before. And what did I do? I held her hand, and then together, she said she wanted to say, "Mommy, I want to remove my shoe." I said, "No, you're not going to remove your shoe, because you're going to grow into a fine young lady, and then these are part of things that you need to do." So what did I do? I held her hand, and then together I was also wearing something a bit elevated, and together we made our way to the house, and then nobody died. So why am I using that as an example? What you're doing is, at this point, from this 0 to 18, all you're doing is guiding your daughter, holding the hand of your daughter. So the question: are you gonna keep holding the hand of your daughter, or you're gonna just assume that, oh, she should have it figured out? Your daughter does not have it figured out. As a matter of fact, we are all learning. We're all on learning. We're all, so much more that is just 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is so unfair to expect that your daughter has it all figured out. Now that you know these things, it is to help you. So don't say, well, are you the only one? What do you mean she's the only one? She's seen other girls. That's what's happening. And that's why you need to help your daughter. The number one assumption that can cripple your daughter, if it is not checked, I'll tell you why it's crippling, and I'll tell you what to do to help her. No, girls assume that the world should pause or stop for them because they're beautiful. That's what we're going to start from. This beauty of a thing, it is the brain of most girls. While we're growing, there used to be a lot of movies about big girls that were beautiful, how that they are the most beautiful girl in the area, movie girl in the streets, everywhere, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's where it stops. Everything starts and ends with beautiful. So if you're watching live, can you put in the comment section? Everything does not start and end with beauty. So your girl, and let me give you an instance. A girl is walking probably in Africa, where the weather is a bit harsh, and then she's walking home, and then somebody parks beside her and says, beautiful girl like you, what are you doing walking in the sun? Do you understand? They don't know that it is crippling, because the girl believes that because she's beautiful now, nobody should drink water again now because your daughter is beautiful. So that's why, even if you now, my beautiful everything, and I'm what? See, the world does not rise and end with your daughter. You have to understand that when people are attracted to your daughter by virtue of the beauty, there should be something. There should be something else as outside of the beauty. Do you understand? Because a girl that grows up thinking that, oh, I'm beautiful, to not make it worse, from baby, girls have been programmed, they have been conditioned to think that, oh, I don't have to stress. How is that going for people that are married because they don't have to stress? How is it going? How's it going? So don't sell the same lie to your daughter. The same lie that we were told that, oh, all you need, we're lied to. They told us that, your husband should be the one to do this, to do that, do. Oh, if it is that is your situation, beautiful. But there is more to you. You're not just a chattel, the way we call it in law. You're not a chattel that somebody just picks up the street and then, as though you were suffering. Do you understand? A lot of people, a lot of young women see marriage as poverty, as an escape from poverty. That isn't what it should be. So don't sell the same lie to your daughter. So I said it will cripple your daughter when she will, a girl will not naturally assume that everywhere should pause and stop simply because she's beautiful. See, the world will go. There are a lot of beautiful girls in the world. Your daughter is just one of them. So there will be something else that will set your daughter apart. Yes. So she has to understand that now. And please, if you have to start saying that, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that she's not important. We're saying that there is more to her than this beautiful, beautiful that everybody is shouting up and down. And she also has to understand that, appreciate that, and continue to work with that mindset. So the earlier she understands that, see, the world is not going to stop simply because I'm beautiful, the earlier she will grab, her innate strength, her innate ability, and the things she needs to do to develop herself, that the earlier she will continue our journey. Because if your girl continues to think that, oh, that's all I need to do, I just need to be fine, I need to be like a porcelain and then just be like a doll, and that's all I need to do, your daughter will never attain her biggest, she will never reach what she get to. I mean, why do I have to bother if somebody is coming to save me? Do you understand? Why do I have to go? Why do I have to stretch my brain? Why do I have to read? Why do I have to self-develop? Somebody's gonna be at my whims and caprice all of my life. That's how most girls are thinking, and that's how most girls have objectified their bodies so much. Everything's about how the breasts look, how the bum looks, how the nose looks, how that everything must just the nails, everything has to be on point. Come on, there has to be more to your girl than just physical beauty. Can you begin to let them know now? The earlier they know, so when the beauty, so when they are attracted to them, when they look at them, then they don't condition, they don't program them in a particular of, oh, that's all there is. And unfortunately, the society keeps doing that, and then girls too keep doing that to themselves. They say, "Can't you see? As I am like this, I'm a beautiful girl. I can't suffer." What do you mean? What does that even mean? So she's beautiful. So his license, his tickets to what exactly? Beauty is ticket to nothing. Another of fact, the Bible says that it's the woman that fears the Lord that will be revered. So what is it? So that beauty is just like, what will I call it now? Something to attract. But when people are now attracted to you, what do you dish out? What does your daughter dish out? So please, it's crippling. When because girls assume that the world should pause or stop just because they're beautiful. It's a crippling thought, it's a crippling mentality. You never let your girl move beyond physicality. You never let your girl push to her depth. All right, the next thing that cripples girls is girls assume that they have all the time in the world. See, girls behave like this a lot, and they start from their home too. Of course, they're back to the home. They think that they have all the time. And I was having a conversation with my daughter the other day. I said, "Look at me. We're planning another holiday. When did you start January?" And I looked at my goals for the year, and I went to go look at them like, okay, tick this one, tick this one, not tick this one. And I'm like, what? No one really has all the time. But girls, oh, a girl thinks that I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll complete it later. I'll do the chores later. Everything later, later. There is no later. Whatever you have pushed, yeah, whatever you have pushed to tomorrow, you have just loaded tomorrow with more. That's what you have done. For example, you needed to do something today, then you didn't do it, then you waited till tomorrow. Then what you need to do tomorrow, you have to add them to the chores. So girls think that they have all the time. Let your daughter know no one has all the time. As a matter of fact, the most anyone will spend on this time of this side of eternity. Before it used to be that 120 this, but people are dying young these days. I have a colleague. No, what do I mean here? I have colleagues that have died. I am 40. I have girls in my that went to uni together. As a matter of fact, I was having a conversation with somebody just yesterday. I said, "How about this specific person has died?" We're not saying they're going to die young, but no, when they're not going to. We're just saying that nobody has all the time. So if there's something your girl needs to be doing, now is the time. If there's a skill she needs to be learning, now is the time. If there's something, if it's something she needs to adjust, now is the time. This time, now, nobody has all the time. So it's an assumption that is a cheater. That assumption that I have all the time. We don't. I was saying to myself, I said, okay, I was talking to my coach and I said, oh, this book, this. And I realized that in just less than 2 months, I'd dragged myself back. And I called myself to order again. Like, So if no one is pushing, you push yourself. And I said that to myself, okay, and I said, by this so and so time, this and this should have been done. And that's how to grow. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but your girl has to understand that. Because see, your girl is not here for herself alone. She's here for a purpose, a reason. So she's not just here to just come and show the world how beautiful she is, and then it's as though I have something against beauty these days. No, of course, you can see that I have nothing against beauty. God made all of us beautiful, but it's beginning to cripple girls. They're not seeing beyond that. Girls also think they have all the time. Your daughter doesn't have all the time. The other time I was speaking with with my friend, and I said, these days my daughter wants to put, when we're walking on the street, she wants to put her hand on my shoulder, like you know how friends do, that they put hands on each other. And I said, and I, it was deeply reflective for me, deeply reflective in the sense that when did I give birth to this child? And already she's already putting her hands on my shoulder. So if nothing is telling me time, that's telling me time. It's telling me my time. It's telling me her time. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So let your daughter understand she doesn't have all the time in the world. It's an as girls think that there's always time. There is not always time. Mm-mm. For that thing that needs to be done, for that skill that needs to be acquired, for that character that you need to work on, for that weakness that need to be build into strength, whatever you need to do, your daughter needs to understand that she doesn't have all of that time. Time does go fast. And then the next thing girls assume that is crippling for them. Girls assume physical attributes makes up for depth. Yeah, see, it's very unfortunate. The celebrities that they watch, the reality shows that they watch, everything that they see points to the fact that everything ends with physicality. So girls think that that is how life works. I hope to God that your girl is going to understand that showbiz, Instagram reels, Facebook highlights is not the real world. But a teenage girl doesn't understand that. In her head, this is where everything ends. So, as though people are just going to give you excuses because, everything about you. And then the way my girls say, is it, did he eat or did he? I don't know where, I'm not even sure that's grammatical, but the girls in my house say that a lot. I'm wondering, girls think that everything, it ends with physicality. But go and check people that are making waves. Sorry about that. So go and check the people that are making waves, people that are making a difference. Go and check them. Sometimes they don't even look like what you would like, but there is depth. That is what your daughter needs to understand. So your daughter almost see we have to you know why this is very important. The everywhere is saturated with just appearances for the keeps, and they even say something like it's for the gram. It's for the gram. It's for the gram. I mean, is for Instagram or whatever it is. So, unfortunately, girls are consuming that every day. They are seeing that every day. And we don't know, but a programming is already taking place. Now, it's very weird. If a teenage girl does not paint her face, she begins to feel that she's awkward. A teenage girl feels awkward for not painting her face. A teenage girl feels awkward for not what's that other thing, extensions, lashes, um wigs, and all of those things. Your daughter is already feeling out of place because she's not doing all of those things. So that's passing a message, a very sad message that we should begin to watch from now. And because it's becoming more and more pronounced, your daughter sees her, she sees her, what's it called, she sees her, what do they call them, celebrities, pardon me. She sees her celebrities, she sees how they dress, she sees everything. And they even come and flaunt their bodies. Oh, I've just got my body done. Some of them even have, they even they make grant interviews. Oh, I had my boobs done, I had my breast done, I had my lips done, I had this done, I had that done. Your girl is soaking that all in. I don't know whether you know. But she is. And what's that telling her? That is telling her that all I need to do is to have physicality. My nails needs to be on point. My boobs, my bum, my whatever it is that they do, everything. And then I don't need to add to myself. And that is why you see girls can stay hours and hours in front of mirror. This morning as we were going to church, I had to leave my daughter at home. Because I said, this is one option, second option, third option. And you have not seen anyone that you want to use. No, you meet me in church. And I just left and I went to church. And then she came to meet me later. So what am I saying? It is sending messages to us. Question is, are we getting the messages? So your daughter your daughter is already assuming, and that is why you as a mother, see, I said it a long time. I knew it a long time ago that the moment you became a mother, you lost the license to want to live the life you want to live. Honestly, especially if you're mothering a girl, you lost that license because your daughter is consuming you. Your daughter is seeing you. She's seeing how you're fretting about that wig, how you're fretting about that fabric. She sees how you're worrying about how you look. She sees everything and she's soaking it all up. And that's why we have girls that we have these days. Why do we have girls that are on TikTok and they're naked? Their breasts is everywhere. Why? Why do we have them? Because they have somebody has told them, and they also assume that everything about them has to be physical. There shouldn't be any depth, and then nobody is worried, nobody is concerned. So that is why we need to understand and know on time that this your girl is an assumption that will cripple your girl. How does it cripple? Your girl will never tap into her mind. Your girl's biggest power is her mind. Do you know how powerful the mind of anyone is? Especially a girl. Especially your girl, her mind is powerful. Can you begin to let her tap into that mind beyond physicality? It's a crippling assumption. Another assumption that cripples girls assume that they need saving and rescuing. I don't know who told them. I don't know. I've never been able to understand why girls beg. I have never been able to understand it. And I say it with all sense of responsibility. My friends are here, my families are here, the people that know me are here. I don't understand it. Just for nothing's sake. Oh. A girl will just chat a boy. Hey, can you give me 5K? She's not hungry. Oh. She has data. She's not hungry. She's not dying. Why? What happened? Why is nobody bothered? Why? It does me, it is that I react to it physically when I see girls beg. Like you're begging. Like, do you know what you are capable of doing? Do you know? I said to my girl, you know what? If I decide not to do anything, all I want to do is just write. I said, I can never be hungry. Do your girls know what they are capable of? Do your girls know? Why does your girl think she needs rescuing? And for the past couple of weeks, it's been a lot of pushing, dragging here and there. And I was finding myself thinking in particular that what if maybe if this one did not this one, and I said, come on, I snatched myself out. I said, no, that's not true. I am a rescuer. That's who your girl is. A helper of mankind. That's what she is now. Is that not what the Bible called your girl? Your girl doesn't need rescuing. She doesn't need saving. So can our girls begin to understand this? This is different from support. Don't misconstrue what I am saying. When your girl, everyone needs support. So support is different from totally helpless. Have you seen them? Helpless girls, they can't do nothing. They can't cook. They can't do nothing. And that's why they are prey to the people that they are prey to. When your girl is giving the vibe of, I'm helpless, I need helping, people are going to prey on her. Trust me, if there's anyone that should be thinking, I need helping, I need rescuing, it is me. But not me. Not me. I'll take myself from that WhatsApp group. I don't need helping. No, I don't need rescuing. I don't need saving. I'm a savior. I'm the one that people are looking up to. That is who your daughter is. So you're the one to help her. So by the time your daughter, and when they are doing all those helpless things, it's an assumption. It's growing already. Because they have seen sugar daddy syndrome, they have seen whatever syndrome, everything, they are seeing it. And they are thinking, imagine a girl thinking that all she needs to do is be beautiful, and that's all. Is that not the saddest thing to be in this life? They are waiting for somebody to hand you peanuts and then whatever it is. Our girls are saviors. I don't know how you are seeing your girl, but I'm seeing the girl I'm raising my house as a savior to our generation. And as a savior, will a savior be helpless, clueless, waiting for salvation, waiting for rescue? So if she's waiting, what happens to people that are relying on her? If I let my challenges consume me, what happens to people that are relying on me? What happens to the deposit of God in me? What happens to the deposit of God in your child? Or you think that your child is just that? She's not just that though. If you need to go and pray to go and see who you are parenting. If you need to go and pray that, show me this child in my hands. And I heard that a long time ago, that if you have an idea of who you are parenting, you will not be thinking that they need, so you want to sit down and do the work that you need to do. If you need to rescue her, if you need whatever you need to put in her to make her ready for the assignment, because your girl is here for an assignment. She's here for a purpose. She's here for something. She's not just here to come and balance the ecosystem. Your girl don't need rescuing. If you're watching me live, please put in the comment section. My daughter doesn't need rescuing. She needs preparation. My daughter does not need rescuing. She doesn't need saving. She just needs to be prepared. Kings are prepared. I hope you know. Kings are prepared. Queens are prepared. Prepare your daughter. Let her go and ditch that assumption somewhere that she needs to be saved. People need to come to her rescue. And you know what? It's only a matter of fact, it gets to a level that becomes your mindset so much so that if you're not careful, even when you now need help, because these days now I'm now telling myself to accept help or to accept support, if I can say that. Because I have gotten so I when something happens, I don't think, oh, who will help me out? I think, how can I come out of this? Oh, I appreciate support. God has helped me. I've received support from people. I've received support from family, from friends. Do you understand me? But me myself, how do I take myself out of this and I put myself? Because most times the things that we find ourselves are things that we put ourselves. So your daughter does not need rescuing. Your daughter needs preparation. Mothers of girls, fathers of girls, prepare them. Don't rescue them. Don't save them. She's the savior. She's the helper. So when a helper begins to need help, what happens? And too many girls are already walking around with that assumption. I can't do anything for myself. Oh, ordinary small assignments. She's looking for hope to go and help her. As a matter of fact, I have. What's next? I don't even know it. Honestly, I was sharing with my friends the other day. We're trying to talk about money and the rest. I don't. Honestly, I'm being sincere. I don't know maths. So any girl that's looking up to me to come and help, she will fail. I will fail. Go and, can I arrange help? Can I arrange support? You're helping your daughter do her assignments. You're the one helping her to wash her pants. You help her to wash her singlet. Everything you do for her, even the things that she can do for herself, that is the fastest way to destroy a child. The fastest way to destroy anybody is to do for them what they can do for themselves. So they grow up with, I need help, I need rescuing, I need saving. Your girl does not need saving. Please, I'm saying that with all my chest. Your girl doesn't need saving. Your girl doesn't need rescuing. Your girl needs preparation. And so back to us. How are we doing? How are we holding on? Things are pushing us, pushing us. How are we doing? Are we waiting for a savior somewhere? Are we waiting for it? We are the savior that the world is waiting for, honestly. That's what I told myself when I said that I was dragging on my latest book. I said, you are the one. If you don't write this book, more girls will make more mistakes. I sat my bum down and I got to work. Because I have come to understand I am the savior. So your daughter needs to think like that. So she needs to stop that assumption that she needs saving. Imagine if see women doing great things. Imagine your country while thinking that she needs saving. Imagine who else do I respect a lot? Mama Funke Adejumo thinking that she needs saving. Imagine all these amazing women. Imagine my coach thinking that she needs saving. Then me, I will go and lost in the dungeon or ditch or whatever. So that is how to think. So your daughter does not need to think that she needs saving. Rather, she needs preparation. So whatever you need to do to prepare your daughter, begin to get on it. Another assumption that girls have that of course, though I shouldn't forget to mention this. They get these things from us. They see how we react to issues. How we wait for people to bail us out, rescue us. They see it. They see how we never lift a finger. It's funny. Our girls are learning. So before I've differentiated it. Saving is different from support. I won't say more than that. Another challenge that girls have another crippling thought that girls have that cripple them, that doesn't let them reach their potential is girls assume actions go away. See, if there's a testament to the fact that action don't go away, it's be yours truly. Actions don't go away. The ones we take when we know, actions that we did when we did not know, actions that we took when we had wisdom, actions that we took when we had foolishness, actions that we took when we had insight, the ones when we didn't have insight, none of them goes away. They stay with us either in consequence or in result. But girls assume that, oh no, I can get away with it. Nobody ever gets away with anything. Honestly. It's not fair. Because sometimes you don't really deserve it, but it was an action you took. So it's going to have a corresponding reaction. You're going to have to live with it. So did it really go away? It didn't really go away. No. Actions don't go away. Actions never go away. The earlier we teach our girls that, the better, so that they can snap out of this assumption. It's crippling. Because girls will now think that, anything that I've done is done. It's done. Whatever I've done is done. It's not done. It's waiting for us somewhere. Oh, I have a lot of actions that have waited for me that I'm living with. Because they did not go away. Honestly. They don't go away. So you say, oh, but they didn't know. That's why we should guide them. So guide them. Oh, they could have chosen. We had actions that. Oh, sorry. Let me personalize. Some of us have had it very, 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 very easy, no stress. But somebody like me, I've had actions that I've wished that I did not take, but I still didn't take the consequences away. No. So am I gonna open my eyes? No, I'm not gonna do that because at least I know experientially the actions don't go away. Girls assume that they can, and that is why a girl will go to TikTok and go and open her breast, or go and send a nude, or go and do one silly thing or the other, and things that the internet is gonna forget. The internet doesn't forget. Girls share nudes, girls share all hopeless things. Those things are not going anywhere. Their body will be there forever, for life. Girls go clubbing, girls do group sex, girls do all sort of silly things. And I think I know it's a time of youth. What does the Bible say you do in the time of your youth? Serve your God. Don't go clubbing and then go and be taking all manner of, and go and be doing all sort of things. That's not what the youth is for. The consequence will be waiting. Either me, the action rather will be waiting in consequence or in results. So please, it is our duty. Yes, and don't forget though, these our girls don't know all these things. And that is why, even if you have now made mistakes, you are the best person to teach. I've always said this. You are the best person to teach. Teach from your mistakes. Teach from it. Never be ashamed of them. Teach from it. One day, I'm going to do a book about my mistakes and teach from them. Honestly. Teach because more girls need to know. So teach from your mistakes to your daughters. Because they assume your girl is thinking that she can get away with everything. But you know that you're not going life doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It doesn't. So if your girls can avoid some pitfalls, wouldn't you rather let her avoid those pitfalls? I would rather, because actions don't go away. Another assumption, and of course they've seen now. And let me not tell you the one. All of us had those areas when we were small now, when they were just misbehaving, and then you be thinking that hey, everything is now okay with them. We just assume. Another assumption again, that everything is okay with them. If you go and ask them, if you go and see them, that ask them that those lifestyle that you lived, did you really wish that you lived? Giving, taking it back, would you want to live that same life? Most of them will tell you no. So why are we lying to these girls? Why is the social media letting them walk away with these assumptions? Why are them parents? Why are we silent collaborators with evil? That's what some parents are. You know that this way, the Bible says so. The end is this, the structure, Say, no, I don't want to offend her. What do you mean don't want to offend her? Offend her now. Offend her. I've said it. A girl in secondary school, a girl in, has no business dating. A girl in higher institution self, and if you must date with intention and purpose. But because you feel that, no, all our friends, after all, they're all growing up. What do you mean they're all growing up? Oh, me, I had my first girlfriend at 14. Did you profit from it? Did you profit from it? You did not now. So why are we silent collaborators to evil? So these things, let it be clear. Let your girl has no doubt in her mind about certain things. As long as they're important, as you think that they're important, that's just an example, because that is where girls make mistakes a lot. The next assumption girls do, that cripple them. Now, I didn't mention how this cripples. It cripples in this, and there's some action that your girl will take, and the consequences never go out. I already mentioned it, it doesn't ever go away. Either in form of pain, whether in form of trauma. Have you seen girls that have gone to parties that their parents have told not to go? Oh, but you're saying, no, his childhood is used for exuberance. It's not only your girl that will be girls, and there are other girls that did the youth for exuberance thing too, and then they didn't have to mess up. And they go to that same party that parents have said don't go. They go and get drugged, go and get raped. Nobody forgets the trauma of rape. You might, with time, the effect may, but you don't forget it. Or even if you now forget it, what happens? What if something happens? What if something that can alter the course of your life or life happens? Some people had gotten HIV and they were not back promiscuous. Never. But as a result of just, assumption. Oh, I can go and come back to that party. Or another one that girls do a lot, especially in university. Oh, he's my friend, he's a boy. I told my girls, I say, see, they did not born you together. Don't I used to tell my teenagers, back home. I say, don't follow people in their foolishness. You don't have a boyfriend, and then your girlfriend has a boyfriend. Why are you seeing your friend? Why are you following your friend to go and visit his boyfriend? I've always thought that is the most foolish thing to do. They'll now arrange boy for you today. It's about girls do it all the time. I hope you know. Girls do it all of the time. So I tell my girls back home, hey, don't ever. Why are you joining their folly? Why are you joining their foolishness? Why? What for? Another assumption that girls have, and then it cripples them, is girls assume that potentials alone is enough to rise. Oh, I can sing. Oh, I can talk. So you don't need to fine tune it. You don't need to be appealing to your audience. You just need to talk anyhow. Oh, I can cook. So you don't need to learn. Oh, I can write. You don't need to fine tune those skills. Potentials will never get anybody anywhere. Mm-mm. There must be training, there must be patience, there must be modesty, there must be honor. For all of this is for your potentials to now come forth. But girls are, and that's why everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be a content creator. Potential, potential, potential. Am I saying potentials are bad? No, but potentials are just raw materials. Your girl is going to need more than potentials to get to where she's going. She's going to need more than potentials to get to where she's going. She's going to need grit. She's going to need hours of training. Serious ones. Hours of training. She's going to need patience. She's going to need guidance, love. She's going to need all those things. Oh, I know what I'm doing. She doesn't, though. Oh, please, just go and know. She doesn't. She doesn't. She assumes but she doesn't. So don't let her wrestle you. You know, girls can do that. They can twist you. Don't let your girl twist you to follow her blindly. You are the one that is the parent. You are the one that is guiding. So do that guidance very, very well. I'll give you an instance. This summer, summer break, and then I saw something that could be beneficial. Okay, you know what, I'm going to register you for this and this and this. It's not academics, it's skills. And then she goes, oh mommy, but this is where my experience. I say, I know, we're just exploring. I could have left it that, oh, it's true, and this is where it's true. But I understood. I knew that potential is not enough. By then she was done with that 1 month, maybe how many weeks or whatever. She said, mommy, I don't know this. So your love has grown now. But if you had left it at that, that is how that opportunity would have been missed. And she showed me her creation. She told me, what? In just 6 weeks? So what are you saying? So mount guard. Parents, we need to mount guard. It will not be hard. I mean, it will be hard. It will not be easy. Especially if your girl is grown already before you begin to, if your girl is grown already before you, my back aches, sorry about that. So, especially if your girl is grown before you begin to start on your journey, she will want to resist because she wants her freedom by that time. But you know that she's not yet ready to be free. Your girl is not ready until you're sure she can make decisions that she wants to not backfire or bounce back on her. So, potential is not enough. So, if you have seen, I don't know what you have seen in your daughter, if you've been watching her, that potential, you need to guide it, you need to nurture it, you need to train it. Training is key. I was sharing with my friend how teenagers these days are very, I don't know, very untrained, very entitled. Have you seen them? The way they talk? Oh, they're smart. Oh, they're tech savvy, but they're very uncultured. Nobody's doing the training. It's just potential. And that's why they always be at that level. That's why they will talk where they shouldn't talk, how they shouldn't talk, and the other person goes, oh no, I can't be part of this kind of person. So your daughter needs practice. She needs training. She needs guidance for her potential to be useful. 3 things: practice, training, guidance. So you're going to mount guard. You're going to let your daughter go, left for them. They want to. They will test boundaries. They want to see everything. They are just young. They're experimenting. You were like that. I was like that. But now you know. You're not going to let that get away with just potential. Everybody has potential. Oh, everybody. Everybody. Why? Because God has deposited gifts in everybody. So how come it's not everybody that is using their gift? Have you ever wondered? Because some never left the level of potential. So if your girl is going to be making a difference, your girl is going to be making an impact, that potential has to be trained, guided, and nurtured. Another assumption that because why is it important to do this? If you don't train that potential, it will never be there on the world stage. It's just be that potential, and time will be going. It'll just be there. May our girls never be at the level of potential. May they get to the level of rising, the level of helping, the level of becoming, because that is what they are meant to be. That's what we are meant to be. The next thing girls assume, another assumption girls have is that they assume the world holds them. Entitlements. Oh, I've never seen a generation as entitled, and I blame us. I was having a conversation with a friend, a colleague, the other time. I said it is us I still blame. Yes, because we want everything to be soft for them, but it can't always be like that. It's not a curse. I use myself again as an example. I brought my daughter from a place where relatively comfortable, relatively comfortable. And there was a time came in my life where things, so we had to, what's the word? You know, like not shrink, so to say, but we had to make do. And for I knew I was bringing her from, and that was a big lesson for me and for her. Trust me, but you never know. Everything where we smile. The days that it is very bring each other. So because I'm not assuming the world doesn't hold you nothing. I know for her, coming from where everybody, hey, pamper, to a place where you have to now, work at. I hope you know that your girl has to work at being liked. Yes, so not everybody will not still like her anyway, but she needs to work on her skill that people are attracted to her. So she now had to wear. She now got to a place where she had to put in the extra work so that people say, oh, there is more to this girl than just being yellow purple. Do you understand? That's what I am saying. The world owes your daughter nothing. I was writing, I think in one of my videos, I said, nobody's gonna make a table for you except the one you make for yourself. That's it. So let your daughter begin to know now. Nobody's gonna create anything for you. She is one that they're already asking them, what do you bring to the table? I've never felt insulted on behalf of girls like that before in my life. Because nobody's gonna ever ask me that kind of question anyway. What do you bring to the table? Somebody takes you out on a date, and because of course that because you have not seen it, she has not seen the food, but she must sit like a glutton, so they must insult her and ask her what she has brought to the table. When you don't go is the entire table, chair, everything. So you have to let your girl understand. Let her begin to learn to create her own table from now. Everything she needs to do. Go and be helping her. Skills, soft skills, hard skills, everything. That will not make her be a pushover. That will not make her be a pushover. Your girl has to understand. Because the world doesn't hold them. My daughter learned that early. Early. Oh, very early in her journey. And somehow she's not going to forget. So you want something, you go work for it. Go get it. Nobody owes anybody. But this one's very entitled. That's why my uncle did not this one. Oh, my auntie did not this one. Everybody's not doing something. Everybody. There's a reason why they are not moving at the speed at which they're supposed to move. It's because somebody's not doing something for them. Somebody's not doing something for them. Everybody owes me something. Everybody. Entitlement. Too bad. Too bad. And they are walking around like that. Your girl has to understand. It's a wrong assumption. Let me now tell you the beauty. By the time your daughter begins to understand that nobody owes her something, she's able to build. She's able to build herself and build people. Yes, she's able to stretch. Oh, I've been stretched. I'm still being stretched. Trust me. One of oh, your daughter needs to be stretched. It will not be easy. So don't come say, "Hey, may their path be smooth." Or maybe be strong enough for their path. You know what I mean by smooth? And I'm not saying poverty, I'm not saying lack of food. I'm saying real life issues that will test them, test the authenticity of what you've been putting in them all along. That's what we will know our pass mark now. And then we'll go now. So the world owes your daughter nothing, no. But you know what? She has the world at her disposal. Hiya. The world owes your daughter nothing, but your daughter has the world at her disposal to do as she wants, to explore, to grow, to develop, to become, to grow, to build. Your daughter has it though. And you're the one to make her see that. Her space is in this world. This world owes her nothing, but she has a space. She has a space to express herself. She has a space to become. And how will that be? It is in build, it is in training, it is in exposing to skills. Don't let her be helpless. Don't raise your daughter that if you're not there, she can't move. I learned that like 4 or 5 years now. You're not there, the daughter cannot do anything. She's frozen. And those are the kind of girls that they are churning into universities in Africa now. Girls that can't do anything. Girls that are overwhelmed by school, what do they call it? Girls that can't, girls that every any small thing they are everywhere. They are all over the place. Small food out of that is finished in their room, they have to go and look for food where they shouldn't look for, and then the boy takes advantage of them because of food, rice. I've not had break. I've not had. Have I had water? Okay. I've had water today. I've not died. Another assumption girls make that is crippling. Girls assume beauty is to be traded for money. This one, please. I can want to faint here because you are beautiful now. So your back must be on the ground. And that's why girls are doing what they are doing. And that's why sex has become, and that's why, do you see how girls are being disrespected online? Do you see, I see them and my skin cringes. Do you see? There was one I stumbled, God forbid I watch it. I just saw it from people to say Gege School of Wisdom. And they were teaching rubbish because our girls have been programmed to think that they have to exchange their body for money. Girls have been taught, they have seen, they have watched it in movies, they have seen celebrities, they so-called celebrities, they have good careers, but because of lack of contentment, they must date, big men that can fund a lifestyle that they can't afford. Your girl is sucking all of that in, and they are seeing everything. So I after all, I'm beauty, and I'm beauty, and they say, yeah, you can use what you have to get what you want, and your girl is talking like that, and then you're not thinking it's a problem. Even if she's not talking like, she's giving that body language. And that's why a girl will go into the DM of someone that's not your father, that's not your brother, say, I want to make my hair. What? Go and cut the hair. Hi. That's where it starts. Have you seen them? Small girls, 13, 14. Say, I need transport fare to come and visit you. I don't understand. That's where it starts. People say that's how what is meant to be a rapper. That's how it started. And it becomes a full cloth because they've seen it, because they've sucked it in, using body as a means of exchange for money. Anyone can make money. Anyone that God has blessed with a brain. And this money, I hope you know that it's not about, I'm not talking of billions. Of course, it can grow. But I mean, so that you can take yourself from some certain levels of disrespect. So that guys are not insulting our girls online. When I read those things, my head is everywhere. My head is everywhere. Say, what do you bring to the table? Say, Nigeria. It's so bad these days. You know, see that they make memes out of it. I don't know whether you see them, but I see them. And then they go, there's a particular emoji. It goes like this. And like you're begging for fun. I say, who is this? Is it Nigerian girls? I say, jeez. And I'm like, what's going on? And then my head is just going all over the place. And I'm wondering what's going on. When our girls need help, we need to help them. We need to let them see what they're capable of. Your girl doesn't have to ever compromise her body for anything. Your girl does not ever have to compromise her body for anything. Never ever. I tell my teenage girls, I say, you know what? Walk with full confidence, knowing that your body is the temple of the Lord and then you're not doing any shit with anybody. So not that guy will now say, after all, if you want her now, if you want to, you just say like give her 5,000, she will come. Or another one that is so terrible. They say, girls will not post, who will take me out? Have you seen it? Ask me to take out meat pie, yogurt, ice cream. What's she doing? She's using her body. Yes, they have not slept with her, yes, but because she's fine, quote and unquote, she's beautiful. That's why they took her out, and that's where it will start. Abi, when the guy takes you out today, takes you out tomorrow, the next day, he will take you to the room now. And please, can we make taking our girls out a normal thing, a normal, very, very normal. It doesn't have to be something fancy or big. Let them understand that there's no big deal to these things. Take your girls out. Take your girls out, take them out, do things for them so that they're not begging on people's status. I don't know if I'm lying. Just you can put in the comments that say, "Coach, you're exaggerating these things." If you have not seen girls put on their status, please who will take me out? I be a girl who now post a particular for say craving. Somebody please buy for me. If I'm lying, please chat me in the comment section that I'm lying. It's very sad. I'm not going to pretend about it because there is more to girls than that. Girls, they need to understand their body must never be a means of exchange, whether for money, whether for instant gratification, whether for whatever it is. Because she actually can have whatever she wants to have. She wants ice cream, she can walk, she can buy that ice cream. Let's begin to teach them now that how to think is that if I need money, how do I make money? It's better to start early so that we don't have girls that become teenagers, young adults, they are asking, they're posting on their status, who will take me out? Who will buy me ice cream? It's very sad. Another assumption, they assume that beauty is the root of healthy self-esteem. We're back to beauty. See these girls and beauty, eh? This thing, this your beautiful thing. Hey, yeah. May it not be what God will use and say, what? May it not be. So if I'm beautiful, that is all. Their self-esteem comes from God. What has God called them? So on the days they so what happens on the day they don't feel beautiful? Or the day somebody says something nasty to them? I tell my daughter, not everybody will like you. I said that to her mother when she was maybe 6 or even 5. So go and understand. Not everybody will like you. So is that gonna shake your esteem? So what happens if you think mothers are very funny to us? Our daughters are the best. They are everything to us. It's okay. It's fine. I think my daughter too is like that. But what happens when something now shakes that thing, that feeling? That has to be more to them. So it doesn't matter whether they feel beautiful, whether they feel beautiful. They don't have to feel beautiful to be beautiful. Your daughter does not need to feel beautiful to be beautiful. She's beautiful because God has called her that. She's beautiful because she has sense in her head. She's beautiful because she has kindness in her head, in her heart. She's beautiful because she's smart. She's beautiful because she can help. She's beautiful because she can project. She's beautiful because she can render help, render assistance, think of other people. Because that is what makes us truly beautiful, don't you know? That's when we're beautiful. Not when our I don't have anything against nails though, against fixing of nails. No, trust me. Not that I have anything against wig. It's just one. I'm sorry that comes as an example to me. Just something that's very, usually material that people have just begun to attach a lot of unnecessary importance to at the detriment of our girls, and that's why it's biting my body like this. So your daughter is beautiful when she thinks, when she has sense, when she makes good choices, when she's kind, when she's smart, when she offers help, when she thinks beyond herself, when she's not selfish. That's why your daughter is beautiful. And that is where her self-esteem is rooted. So it's not in the physicality. We need to deflect on that. Enough of the nonsense that we see on social media. Enough. I saw a video, it almost made me cry. The girl was a young girl. I don't know who I saw that video, but I saw it, and I will not say I did not say it. So she was a very young girl, and she has gone to have a body work. She's going to work on her bum. She's going to work on her whatever part of her body again. And then they asked a simple, basic question. The interviewer asked her, "Okay, what is the whatever of purple?" Maybe they asked, they didn't just ask her that question. They asked her that question after she had said that she was a science student. And they asked her, what is the botanical name for purple? This girl says, she said one hopeless thing. So that's an example. Outside of beauty, nothing. We have to start changing this. And it is this current crop of girls that we are raising that will help us. So question, who are we raising? Are we raising another foolish somebody? God forbid, I will not. Another assumption that girls have is that they assume that seasons can be relieved. It cannot be relieved though. Let your daughter go and be knowing now. Any season that is gone for life. So if you don't do what you're supposed to do in that season, it's only God that can now help you. So, and you know what? Your daughter will not know this timing because she's not formed yet. And that is why this work that we are doing, this parenting work that we are doing, we have to do it. God, we have to really, really do it. We have to. Because God is going to ask us. It's going to ask. It's going to ask. So your daughter does not know. Your daughter thinks that, if she misses one season, I can't be 20 again. Never. I can't be 25 again. I can't be 35 again. I can't be 38 again. I can't be 39 again. But in the head, in the fully formed head of the girl, she thinks that, oh, I can always meet up. I can always meet up. May they not miss their seasons. So seasons of whatever seasons, may they not miss it. And I've said it, I'm saying it again. There were actions that I took that if I'd known, I wouldn't have. But does that excuse whatever that comes to this? Mm-mm, mm-mm, it doesn't. So your daughter doesn't know. She assumes she has all the time. Mention it. You need to help your daughter. Seasons can be relieved. Once they are gone, they are gone. They can't be relieved. But of course, God is merciful. So if He chooses to say, okay, let me bring this season back. So when your daughter should be gathering wisdom, be sure that's what I am saying. That you're not just gathering dress. Please, parents, when your daughter needs to be gathering wisdom, if you're watching me live, please put in the comment section. When your daughter needs to be gathering wisdom, be sure that you're not just gathering clothes for her. When she needs to be gathering empathy, be sure that it's not just party you are gathering for her. Be sure. Because you have a time frame. 0 to 10. Then the next best phase is, when adolescence, teenage comes again. And that's not the time that adolescence and teenage comes, where you're supposed to be feeling whatever you have missed before. Doesn't that start fighting her? Look at what you wore. Hey, look, where were you when you were talking about what you wore? Your teenage daughter should know how to dress already. She should have a sense of modesty by teenage. Because you didn't just start. But when she was 5, when she was 6, you were wearing her cropped up. You were wearing her open neck, open back. Because after all, she's just a child. And then she grows, and then you're complaining. Whose fault? So begin to do the work when we need to do the work so that it doesn't become a bigger struggle. It's an assumption. Girls think that the seasons can be relieved. Another assumption for the one that will end it for today. Girls assume that talent override consistency, practice, and accountability. Girls assume that talent override consistency, practice, and accountability. Let me now tell you the way this thing works. If somebody can be consistent, if somebody can practice continuously, and if somebody is accountable, that person, it should be deemed as though that person has talent. But if somebody has talent and then is not consistent and then is not practicing and then is not accountable, nobody can tell me what to do. It's between that, so the person never has any talent. It's very funny, but that's how it works. Go and check. Go and check. I told my teenagers, I said, you know what? I said practice beats talent. If talent will do nothing. I told them that before I left, years ago. Practice beats talent if talent does nothing. So it's the same thing. It doesn't end that I'm just talented and then you leave it at talent. It's just be there now. That's what it will be. The guy that they was giving one talent in the Bible, and then I'm talented. They have given me talent, one talent, one talent, one talent. Then you went to go and eat it in the floor. When his master came, he was us. Say that one faithful and unprofitable servant. May that not be our girls. And the one that they gave to, you want to go and practice. You want to go and practice. You want to go and become consistent. You want to go and be doing business and getting better and getting better and increased. The one that was giving 5, you went to go and practice. You went to go and so whatever it is that you want your girl to do, practice has to be there. It can't be just a one-off thing. Oh, I know your girl is a genius, glory, but she has to practice. You can't say, and that's, for example, for your choleric girl, your choleric assumes in her head that I know it. Don't accept it. She doesn't. Oh, she may have an idea, but not depth knowledge that will transform. Not depth knowledge. So don't let's these girls, they're not the one parenting us, we're the ones parenting them. Oh, we say I know they are just they know more than us. The aspect that they know more than us is there, which is tech. You learn that one from them is okay. My daughter teach me this one is okay. It's very okay. But the ones that where you need to put in the work, let them do it. If you know that your daughter needs to practice, let her practice. If she needs to study, let her study. If you know that she needs to learn a skill, Get better, let her do it. That's how she will shine, that's how she will grow, and that's how she can now become that helper to mankind. And that is how one day, I said to the guys, I said, one day you'll be in your future and you will just bless me. I say it to them. I say it to them because I know that it will happen. So you just be there in that your future, just be blessing me. You bless your mom, you bless your auntie, because that's the capacity I'm acting right now as a mom, as an auntie. So you just be blessing me. So they haven't gotten there yet. They haven't. So they want to tell you that, I have know it. I know it already. They don't. Call them. Let me see. Do it. Do it again and again and again. The more they do that, then they become better. They become better. They become better. And the better they become, they are standing. What are they doing? They are being prepared. They're being prepared. I told you, your girl does not need rescuing. Your girl needs preparation. I've talked about 11 things, assumptions that cripple girls. Which one is your girl struggling with? How are you going to help her? Which one is my girl struggling? And I've always said it. This table, all of us are in together. I hope you also know that I'm parenting. I'm parenting as well. I'm glad that you are here. I'm grateful that you are here. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that it was worth your 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour on the dot. And then we're finishing. I'll be again next week. Don't forget, I'm rooting for you. And let's grow this community. Tell girls, parents of girls about it. If you're growing here, you're learning here, let's spread the word. If it is one show like that now, it would have just gone. But it's okay. We go nowhere. We continue. And I'm glad that you are here. Thank you. And I hope to see you next week. God bless you. Bye bye.